Hello everyone, in today's video I'll show you how to crochet this scrap cotton yarn bag. I hope you will enjoy it, and if you do, don't forget to hit subscribe, like this video, and let's get into it. And to make this you will need double knit cotton yarn. I will be using a variety of colors because this is what I have left. Then you will need 3.5mm hook, needle, scissors, and 4 stitch markers. And to make the base of the bag, I will be using this green, and I'm not going to be changing colors for that, but to start, you want to make a slip knot. Put your hook in, tighten it up, and chain 71 to chain your yarn over and pull it through the loop on your hook. So that's 1, 2, 3, and so on until you have 71. Once you've got 71 chains, you're gonna skip the very first one here and go into second one with single crochet. To do that, you put your hook in, grab your yarn, come back, yarn over, and pull through 2. And this is what you will repeat in all of these chains. And by the end of your chain, you should have 70 single crochets. Now, once you finish your first row, this is what you will repeat another 9 times until you have 10 rows in total. And to do that, you're gonna chain 1 at the end, turn your work, and do again 70 single crochets. So starting with the very first one, go ahead, make your single crochet and repeat this in all stitches, where you at the end will again chain 1, turn your work, and repeat. So I'm gonna do my 10 rows and I will meet you at the end. Now once you have 10 rows for the base, from here it's gonna be 3-row repeat, and I'm gonna change color. So if you are doing this in one color, that's fine, just leave it as it is, and I'm gonna change it on this last stitch. So I'm gonna go back to the 2 loops, like so. It's just basically when you go in, grab your loop, you leave it like this. I'm gonna cut it off, and I will pull through this new color. Tighten it up, chain 1, and we are now going to single crochet around all sides. So I'm gonna start with this short one here, which will have 10 single crochets, and I will be hiding my tails under my single crochets. So go ahead and make 10 single crochets for this short side, and if you want to hide the tails, just have them above your hook when you do your single crochet. And that is 10 single crochets. Now I'm gonna rotate my work upside down. So this is the foundation chain here, and I'm gonna place 70 single crochets. Go ahead, make your first one, and then you want to put a stitch marker into this first one. Continue doing single crochets until you come to the end or the next corner. And once you come across this long side, mark your last stitch as well. Rotate your work and again do 10 single crochets along this other short side. Then again, rotate your work one more time and you will have this one more long side to do. So go in the first single crochet and make single crochet, mark it with a stitch marker, and continue doing single crochets till the end, where you will again mark your last stitch as well. And I just did my last single crochet, which I marked with a stitch marker. Now you're gonna find the first single crochet of the round, go in and do a slip stitch like so, chain 1, and now we are going to change direction because we don't want to get those V's all around. So if you are going in round in the same way, it would create different look. So I want to maintain the row look of my single crochets. So after chaining, I'm gonna turn my work and I'm gonna go around in the other way basically. So again, the next row is just gonna be doing single crochets in all, which is 160 stitches all together. So I'm gonna start straight with this first one. I'm gonna move my stitch marker up. And I'm gonna continue doing those single crochets around. And I'm also going to be changing colors at a random time. So I've got my 2 loops. I'm going to bring in new color, tighten it up, and I'm now going to continue in this blue. I always try to have one tail in my stitches because the 2 tails make it a bit too bulky. So I'm gonna hide the pink one later on, and I'm just gonna hide this blue. And I have now completed my second round of just doing single crochets. I'm gonna go into this very first stitch here, do my slip stitch, chain 1, and turn my work. And this is what you're gonna do every single time you finish the row. You're never gonna go in the same way. So after slip stitching, you always have to turn and go back the other way. Now the third round is gonna be different. This round will have the creases all around, and these stitch markers actually mark where they will be placed. So these 2 sides that are shorter here, they will never have any decreases in, and you will always place both of your decreases for one side here and here, as well as here and here. So always leave these 10 stitches with no decreases, as well as this side, and your decreases will always be placed on these longer sides. Now to begin this round, I'm just gonna single crochet 10 because these 10 stitches never will have any decreases. And that's my 10 stitches done. Now I'm gonna take out the stitch marker because I'm gonna be placing my first decrease. To do the crease, you want to grab a yarn in your first stitch, grab your yarn in a second, yarn over and pull all 3. Bring the stitch marker back into that decrease stitch. And now you're gonna continue doing single crochets until you come to this next space, and you will be leaving 1 stitch before the stitch marker because we need 2 to do the crease. So let me just make my way to the next stitch marker. I am now 1 stitch before the stitch marker, so I'm gonna take the stitch marker out. I'm gonna do my decrease, like so. I'm gonna put the stitch marker back into my decrease, then single crochet 10, and this is where my next decrease is going to be. So I'm gonna take again that stitch marker out. I'm gonna do my decrease, mark the decrease, and do single crochets until I have 1 stitch left before my next stitch marker. And now for the last decrease of this round, take the stitch marker. You will have 2 stitches left. go and make that the crease. Mark the crease back, and then you're gonna join it with the first single crochet of the round by doing slip stitch, chain 1, turn your work, and from here you're gonna be repeating those 3 rows. So you're gonna make single crochets around for the first 2, and then you're gonna do your decrease round where you make 4 decreases in where the stitch marker is, but they are all leaning towards the big long side, and you never make decreases in this 10 stitch side, if that makes any sense. Now you're gonna repeat those 3 rows until your bag becomes long enough or the opening of the bag becomes narrow enough. I'm gonna do mine and I will meet you then. Now once you finish, it will look something like this, and I did 45 rows, meaning I did 15 repeats of those 3 rows, not including the base. Now for the handle, we're gonna start working on one of the sides where you have 10 stitches, and I'm just gonna repeat doing 10 single crochets for 40 rows for this one handle, and then I'm gonna repeat the same for the other one. To start, I'm just gonna go into the stitch next to the stitch marker, so in these 10 stitches that I have in between the stitch markers, and I will join my color. I'm gonna chain 1 to secure, go into that same stitch and do my first single, and then do 9 more till I reach my stitch marker. And then again, I'm gonna do the same thing for my second row, just basically doing 10 single crochets. And that is my 40 rows of just 10 single crochets for one of the handles. I'm gonna chain 1 at the end and cut off long tail for sewing later. Pull it through. And repeat the same thing for your second handle as well. When you finish your other sleeve, you can take out your stitch markers. You also don't need another extra long tail because we have that from the first handle. And you now want to put them right sides in like this. And using the same crochet hook, we will be going into these inner loops here, and we will be doing slip stitches. So I'm gonna go into my first one on both sides. I'm gonna grab the yarn and chain 1, and then I'm gonna go into the next one and do slip stitch in each. And I'm only going through the front loops if you look from the right side, but it's basically these inner ones. So you leave this first one, go through the second, go through this first one and leave the second like so. I hope this makes sense, but to make things easier, you can also go through both loops of both of your handles. And that's my last one. At the end, I'm just gonna chain 1, pull it through, and then all you left to do is to hide the tails in. So I'm just gonna reinforce this ending here to make sure that it is secure. And then I'm just gonna go in and hide the tail into this seam that I've just created. I'm then going to secure this other ending as well. And then I'm just going to do the same thing one more time, securing my tail in. cut it off, then hide any other tails that you have left. And this is it. I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial. If you did, don't forget to hit subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you in my next one.